Am I woo-woo?
Yeah.
Like, what is
Tarot,
like,
crystals,
spiritual,
astrology.
talking to ghosts. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not like LA woo-woo.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I feel like in LA, someone like a stranger will just come up to you and be like, "I'm a witch," and you're like,
Yeah.
"You're just day drunk in a bush."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
We are here with comedian, podcaster, LAer, dog owner, and recently engaged, Justin Martindale. Hello, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
You're so fun.
Glad to have y'all here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you
I'm
here.
so excited to be here and that you guys wanted to have me on. So yeah.
We love doing your podcast so much. You have such hot celebrity goss. And I know, Corinne, you love pop culture and celebrities
I do
and
love
stuff.
it, yeah.
You've been a little busy lately, so you haven't been able to dive in, I'm sure.
Well,
as
I
normally could.
still have been constantly tracking the relationship between Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, and that's the first one I wanted to ask
Okay.
you about.
But like
because
Diddy.
what
The
relationship
trial. Could you-
makes me now rethink about their relationship.
I know.
really rethink Hailey and Justin's relationship.
Yeah, because like if he was abused by Diddy like that,
Well, I mean,
That ain't good.
Justin, no matter if he was abused by Diddy or he's been abused.
We're talking Bieber, not me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Justin
Oh,
Bieber
yeah.
has societally been abused.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, he's like, he's kind of like Britney Spears in that we're all complicit in the abuse.
yes. Yes.
I
That's
do
a good
feel that.
analogy.
I look at Britney Spears' Instagram account every day.
Yeah, because
Like, we did this to her.
We did do that to her, and I also feel like we did do that to Justin. I mean, his mom also did it to him a little bit, but like, when you need to get out of small town Canada and your son has an amazing talent, sometimes you got to take him to the radio morning show or sit him on a stoop and have him play guitar.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to be best for the whole family.
It is pretty rough because Esther Pravitsky and I were talking about this because we are rooting for Britney so much. But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
But now we're just kind
She
of like,
posts I'm like,
like
maybe you
she's
need
carrying around a
someone-
baby doll now,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
catching her hair on fire.
She stopped
in
dancing with the
fireplace.
knives.
It's.
I feel like we made a mistake.
We did.
made
I
a
didn't
mistake.
want to
Yeah.
say it. I wanted a woman, a
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
woman to
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
We made a mistake.
yeah.
I bought a free Britney necklace off Etsy, and it's still hanging in my room on my necklace, display. And I just look
can't
at it
wear
every
that.
morning, and I said, sometimes it's okay to say that you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like with Gaga's Mayhem that came out, like we could have been on a different timeline where like Gaga and Britney did like Perfect Celebrity or
Yeah.
Garden of Eden or something, and it would
Yeah.
have just been like, I see these like AI videos now that people make, and they like just make these like, oh, what would it be like if Britney and Gaga did this song? And you're like, oh, it's so cool. I know, but Bieber's the same way where I feel like, I don't know, everyone's like, oh, he's ripping a bong. And I'm like, can we not say ripping a bong? Like,
Yeah.
just stop. Like,
Maybe his dad.
I get it. I feel like it's okay if you smoke weed, whatever. It's 2025, but I don't know. There's something in the face.
Oh yeah.
In Bieber's face?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, it's like
twitchy,
sunken in.
He
It's like
looks
sunken in.
itchy. There's
Hollow.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not good. I think many of us had an inkling that Hailey was really, brought into the family as more of a caretaker than a romantic partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they had baby Jack, now there's this whole other element of like, well, now you've brought a third
Life.
party into this.
Who's the third party? I don't know that.
they have a baby Jack.
Oh, right. I thought you meant
Honestly, I
like
didn't know that until you said
Oh,
it.
you thought it was a throuple?
like a throuple. Yeah. And I don't get excited for
You
children.
know,
I get excited
little
for
baby
throuples.
Jack.
Yeah.
The famous third.
Yeah.
And then even last night before I went to bed, they were, Justin had posted a couple sexy photos,
Really? On
photos
the
of
gram?
Haley for Mother's Day.
I mean,
like,
she's so
Mama,
hot.
she is so beautiful. And then everyone was like, Haley, you stole Justin's phone. Like, people are very anti-Haley. They still really
Yeah.
want Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber
Guys,
to have it. It's not going to happen.
serious?
Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez, in my opinion, one of the best couples of all time. I had a huge crush on Benny Blanco.
Well, someone needed to, yeah.
Long before he dated Selena. He was dating a hot model.
What did
before
Nikki
Selena.
Glaser
I
say
know.
about him? Like, wow, that genie granted you like 4
Yes,
wishes.
yes.
Yeah. Benny Blanco.
Selena Gomez is so hot.
Well, I was introduced to him when he was on the Dave show, the show about Lil Dicky.
Oh, Dave. Yeah.
And I was like, who is this guy? He just has an aura about him. I've had a crush on him for years. And, and then when I found out he was dating Selena Gomez, I said, that's
Good for her.
perfect.
See, that's what we like, because didn't like Hailey like come after Selena like for so long?
Yeah.
It's funny because I was I was not covering the Met. I was literally judging in my underwear with coffee on my couch, posting, because I do a Met Gala like recap on my Instagram every year, and people were like, "Where is it? We're waiting." And I was like, I had a friend's birthday party last night. I'll get to it. I'm sorry.
Unacceptable.
I know. And I posted the picture of Hailey, which I was like, oh, okay. She's not wearing pants. And I'm like, all right, well, okay. She had like a big blazer on.
Okay.
But then people were like, look at her toes. Her toes are hanging on, and her toes are just literally just like over the shoe. I mean, just the Hailey Bieber, we could just rip to shreds, but you know, Selena, no, everyone's team Selena.
I love Selena.
I love them both. I like Hailey.
But wasn't Justin mean to her?
Mean to who?
Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a kind of a dick boyfriend to her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, they're
Not
both.
that she's a walk
they're
in the
both
park.
mentally ill.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone
Selena's
is mentally ill.
announced it. Justin, we just kind of assessed.
I know. Yeah. We can all
We
take
gathered.
a gander.
Yeah.
But again, like I truly don't think there's any way you could be as famous as Justin Bieber and not be mentally ill.
Facts.
It's fame in and of itself at a certain point of, you know, for that level is a mental illness. We're not born to have all eyes on us at all the time.
It's the new death. You know, it comes
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Mental
nowadays.
illness, it comes for everyone.
Yeah. So he's just not okay.
Kylie Jenner, and again, I never give a shit about this, but like certain celebrity news like sticks out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And Timothee Chalamet. No, now,
I know.
She was, wasn't she? No, Kendall was dating A$AP Rocky. Oh, A$AP Rocky's so fucking hot. It's like, oh my God. Who was Kylie dating?
But A$AP Rocky's with Rihanna? No?
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that.
I love
Rihanna's
A$AP Rocky, and I love
A$AP Rocky
Rihanna.
getting some babes.
Yeah.
But Kylie, and she was dating a rapper before who she had the kid with.
Tyga?
Tyga. Yeah. And then now Timothee Chalamet, and I was like, what is this? I'm like, good for Timothy getting his rocks off with that fucking perfect fucking 10. But I read recently, he I say vehemently, but I'm putting that word in his mouth, refuses to appear on her Instagram or on the Kardashians. And I'm like, wait a second, now I love their love.
Because he's a real star. She's like a concocted star. Like,
Exactly.
To me, he's a movie star.
She was born into it.
And it's just different. Like
She don't got
the
riz.
cachet is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Much
That's why I didn't
higher
like
caliber.
That's why I didn't like them as a couple. But then and Timothée Chalamet I think is very pretty, like beautiful face.
Yes.
I'm not attracted to him because he feels like boyish to me. But when I read about that, I'm like, okay, daddy.
Yeah.
Put the
your
law
foot
down. Yeah. What do you think about them?
I don't know. Because there's days where I'm like, is it fabricated? Is it maybe real? But then there was some video that went around where it was some award thing, but he won something or was accepting something, and he like leaned in and she like tried to kiss him, and he like moved his face.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is
no
this?
one's
like,
ever done that to her.
I know. I'm like, does he just like, is it like insult hot? Is it like a fetish? Yeah. Does he like make her drink a glass of milk? You know what I mean?
Is he like Dom in the real world?
Yeah. Is it like,
Wait, that's kind of fun though if he is.
Well, he also skipped the Met Gala to go to the Knicks playoff game.
That's pretty
him.
sad.
And I thought,
wait, now I like this guy.
I know.
Exactly. I said I would also skip the Met Gala to go to the Knicks playoff game.
Yeah.
What is a playoff game?
It's
where
higher
men get
level.
together and they
It's
all
like
have
the
one ball.
It's the World Series. Are you
Okay.
familiar with that? But for basketball.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's just like, so after they all play each other in the regular season, then it's just the best teams playing each other. Right now they're in the Eastern Conference, so it's the East Coast teams playing each other, and then the West Coast teams are playing each other, and then one will reign supreme
Advance.
from each, and then that's the mega one.
And one will die.
yes, they get killed.
So yeah. Wait,
On
so
the court.
it's, what is it, Boston and New York?
Right
Knicks?
now we're in
Celtics,
the Knicks defeated the Pistons, and right now they're 2-1 against the Boston Celtics.
All right, Danny.
Okay.
I went to the playoff game.
Okay, tall boys.
on Saturday. Yeah.
And it was a good game?
And Timothee Chalamet was there.
Oh, was he?
He was.
In the
Was
front?
Kylie?
Yeah.
Or was Kylie at the Met
Kylie
Gala?
was not there. No,
Kylie was in the car where she belonged.
no, the Met Gala was another playoff game. Saturday. It was before. It was during the week. So is it just, there's only one Met Gala a year, right?
Yes.
Because I feel
Feels like forever.
There's about 3 Met Galas a year.
Yeah.
No, it just happens
It
so
just
quick.
keeps happening.
And they all have a theme, right?
Yeah.
What was the theme this year? I didn't see any photos.
Dandyism?
Yeah, it was like
What's that?
it was tailored to wear a God, what was it? It was
Very
tailored.
long.
Yeah, very like dandy Taylor,
It's like a
Black
Fiona
Excellence.
Apple album title.
God, I wish Fiona Apple was there. Where is Fiona Apple?
She just released a new song.
Thank God.
I listened to
love
it in my
her.
backyard and I said, I really needed this right now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
When the world's on fire,
We
Fiona
always-
Apple gives.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, but no, so it was like 70s like black tailored specific like
Ooh, 70s.
yeah, and it was the Met Gala not traditionally, super I guess inclusive of other cultures, but
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
it felt I was proud of them for actually highlighting black culture.
Yeah. It was a lot of people took inspiration from, Beyonc and Jagger and like Grace Jones.
Right.
So it was just kind of like
Grace
this time period. It was just kind of throughout history.
Right.
So there was some good nods to like, Victorian culture. There was like some good nods to like Harlem in the 20s. Like it was cool. There was some really good. I actually will say that this was the first one that I was kind of like the men.
Okay.
Good job, men.
There was some nice tailoring with like shoulder pads and stuff. There was one, I forgot who it was, but there was one guy who had a really structured suit that I really liked.
Was it Billy Porter that wore this like gorgeous like gown, or it was like half gown, half? This was like a couple years ago. And you were like, oh, whoa.
With the big dress at the bottom?
Yeah, it was so like powerful. And then I started seeing more guys like wearing like playing with like skirts and stuff. I'm like, yes.
I could never.
At
wish
the
I
Met
could.
Gala.
I know.
It's just so like,
You know what?
fucking
I wouldn't
go.
do a skirt. I wouldn't do a dress. And good for the guys who can. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm tall. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would just be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do a cape.
Cape.
Yeah.
And
Cape any day.
I love
Walking
when
stick.
I love when men wear eyeliner.
Ooh.
I love when they wear eyeliner.
Youngblood.
Oh my God. And they get their fucking nails done. They get a manicure. Oh my God. I'm seeing a lot of
Was
men
that because of the
manicure, pedicure
90s or
chairs.
what?
No, just like in general. Like take care of yourself, man. Like, next try face stuff. Mostly to straight guys. But I see more of men in pedicure chairs. I'm like, yes, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
At least in New York anyway. Have you had like celebrity run-ins? Because you live in LA and you're at the Comedy Store all the time. Like, I wanted to ask you, what was your best and worst celebrity like interaction moment, time of witness?
Oh man. Best.
your favorite?
The one that like blew me away was when I met Joan Rivers, which was awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
that's so cool.
Crazy
That's
cool.
because I feel like celebrity, it's just so.
She's a legend. She's like,
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Joan Rivers. it's one of those things where I think celebrity, everyone can be a celebrity.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
true.
It's just it's very diluted at this point.
it's vapid. It's empty. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like for that was just like I was actually covering the Met Gala. I want to say that was
Cool.
I don't even remember what
See,
year
it's
that
always
was.
happening and you're always covering it.
Yeah.
But I was actually doing that one.
Yeah.
Oh, not from your.
And then she died, and I was out of work. But it was the one where Beyonce wore like this like long black train. I can't remember what year that was. I think it was the one where Rihanna wore the yellow, like the big yellow. Like,
yeah, classic.
But like we went over to Melissa's house, her daughter. We did like a writer's room, and she was like introduced me. And she's like, "Oh, this is Justin," and this little tiny Joan came up, and she was like, "Oh, I know Justin." I was like, "Does she?"
Yeah.
Did she Google?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it was, but I was just starstruck because we were all sitting at this table and literally just shelling out jokes to her. And she's just looking at you. And if she liked it, she would just like tap her assistant. And I was just like, oh, legendary.
What a system.
But then that was, and then I was testing for some pilots at E, which of course is just a rite of passage in LA.
Of course.
It just won't end.
yeah.
And then she was actually walking through the building, and I saw her assistant And he was like, Justin. I was like, hey, how are you? Good to see you. He's like, do you want to say hi to Joan? And I was like, sure. And she walked by. She's like, Justin, darling. And I was like, what?
wow.
How do you remember me? Like,
That's
it was,
so cool.
so that was the best.
And that's like above a meeting. That feels like
That's-
you actually you had several interactions.
Yeah. And I
Not
feel
only does she remember you, she has good feelings about you.
Yeah.
Like
Of
she like
course.
has yeah.
Of course.
great.
And that was just magic. And then everybody else I just feel like is either in like a baseball cap and
Yeah.
or like, just a hoodie and you're just kind of like, who is that? Oh, okay. Or now, I mean, especially in LA, you'll be walking down the street and you just see like hordes of people.
Yeah.
And you're like, who is it? And I feel like
Oh, like around one person.
oh yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
And like back in the day, it was like, oh, Lindsay Lohan's like leaving, Ben Sherman and she's shit faced, and you're like, it's 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. What? And now it's just like, oh, that's little Labradoodle. He has 45 million followers on TikTok, and you're like, what? Why am I 98 years old? So I mean, it's just very much.
Fame just doesn't
Whatever.
mean what it used to mean. It
It's
has
getting watered down.
It has lost its value.
Which is that do you hate that or do you
I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's Andy Warhol predicted it. We'll all have our 15 minutes of fame in the future. So
Yeah,
we
he
knew
really
it was
did.
coming, I suppose. But yeah, no, it just like, and it also makes more people want to pursue it mindlessly. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I had studied fame for my whole childhood. I had like a real plan for it, And I feel like people are just, being like, I want to be famous as a
throwing
job
it around.
option.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut,
Right.
not famous.
Do you have people here in New York like? Because I know we do in LA, but I feel like people in New York, if you ever ask them, they're like, oh, so what do you do? And people just will honestly tell you I'm a social media influencer.
They don't say that here.
That's frowned upon here.
I would assume so.
We don't fucks with that here.
I mean,
You gonna get judged out the building
as
if you
you
say
should.
that. Yeah.
And God bless it, but it's like
I see influencers or like people like taking like video setups outside, and I just see New Yorkers go, move, get the fuck out of my way.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
We also have a lot of food influencers here who are very new to the city and always. I stay having the worst food anytime I listen to an influencer. Like the worst place. If I walk in and I see some kind of neon sign, I know that I've got. Like if it says pizza, love, pray. Like I know I've gotten.
Not pizza, love, pray.
Yeah. I just go. There's also
But first, coffee.
a pink neon sign. Is a bad, that means that you're gonna have a bad meal.
About a dream or a
there's
goal.
a certain leafy wallpaper that you also know you're gonna have
the
a
jungle
bad meal.
wallpaper.
The jungle wallpaper.
And the
You're gonna
zebra
have-
wallpaper,
you're
the
gonna
red
have
wallpaper,
a bad
the zebra.
meal.
Yeah.
Or like a neon sign that says shh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know what we do have, and you reminded me of this, Corinne, and I've seen this many times. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I've seen it. You'll be at a restaurant, like New York does food very well.
Absolutely.
Atmosphere is super important in a restaurant. The lighting, the wattage of every light bulb, how many light bulbs, how many do you have, how loud is the music, like all of these factors like are very well thought out. And then you'll go to this like dimly lit, like gorgeous, like luxury restaurant, and there's a fucking food influencer with a
the stick, the tripod thing.
yeah, tripod, but a ring light in the dimly lit restaurant. They don't even eat the fucking meal.
I'm paralyzed.
They order the fucking food and they
it's comped,
shots,
most likely.
but there's shots of it.
Yeah.
And then they'll take a bite on film and fucking leave. I want to throw them into the Hudson.
You should.
It's disgusting.
That's so.
And
how is that
honestly,
allowed?
I
Like,
don't
go
know
during
why-
the day when it's closed or something.
I know.
Is it
I've seen it
closed?
so many times. Well, like some of those restaurants, like open at 5, but
Yeah.
still, like the food. That type of. Have you seen that type of food influencer? Shocks me every time.
I
It's
follow a lot
awful.
of food influencers because I am genuinely interested in food, but I mean, I can't trust them anymore.
Yeah.
and they're all at the same spots, like like the corner store, or whatever. Like it is a new restaurant, everyone's there, and they're like, "Here, this is the bolognese tiramisu." And I'm like, no one needs
Power
that.
corrupts. Is
No,
what it
yeah,
is.
That's awful. We need to start shaming these people.
I know, like
in
loudly.
public. Yeah, I think the
Loudly.
restaurant needs to say no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, stop. You're fine. Look at all your tables are full. You don't need this guy's fucking
no.
video.
If a restaurant is good enough, they don't need influencers.
Yes.
Is the
Word
thing
of mouth.
though.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
Go to Pizza, Pray, Love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go there. Influence away.
Exactly.
Get
So
outta
there's
here.
a lot of influencers in LA.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's wild. It's
Do you
wild.
think influencing is a cancer on our society? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I hate the fact that everything is content, and I hate those words. Everything is content. I hate it.
Same
I
boat.
hate the word
Same
content. I just feel like
I hate
it's
the word
just-
content too.
It's
I
want it
just
to be banned.
gross. I am a huge fan of living in the moment. And I like to post when I want to post.
Yeah.
I feel, and I know a lot of people in LA who have snapped.
Because they're like pressuring themselves to do things.
Because they are constantly having to put stuff out, and the minute something gets like below a certain amount of likes, they're like, I'm trash. Everyone hates me. Like I've seen
terrible.
people just like lose it, and then they have to post about taking a break, and you're like, oh, this
When
is
they
just,
post about taking a break from social media, I'm like, just go. Take the break.
Just go.
We're not going to be pissed.
No one will miss you.
No one cares.
And if we do, we will call you like a person.
Yeah.
And it is wild. I just don't know. Like I recently took a trip to Mexico with my fiance. We were just like, I just finished like a little mini tour, which was fantastic. And he was working, and we were like, let's just go to Mexico. We took our dog. It was like Easter. We went to Punta de Mita. It was fun. It was beautiful. And I took some pictures and videos, and that was it.
Isn't that nice?
And and I posted them when we got back.
Yeah.
And
That's why I started. Yeah. Yeah.
I know people who have gone on trips, and I am on the goddamn trip. And the dashes are tiny.
Yeah.
And when I
In the
say
stories,
the dashes,
the stories, I know.
oh,
yeah.
the tiniest dashes. And
That
I
should
just
be illegal.
I keep thinking to myself, like, get off your phone.
I know,
Get
I
off
know.
your phone. And I'm also just like, how annoyed are people around you?
Right.
Like, and also, like, you weren't the only one there. Like, I would be like, can you freaking, like, we're just eating dinner. Like, just put it down.
eat it.
Oh,
Eat
man.
it.
So it makes me question everything about this person. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of like, what? Like, oh, it drives me insane.
I think we are, as a society, pretty quickly
Mm-hmm.
since the invention of Instagram and like social media popping off, are getting sick of that shit. I think we're like more people are sick of it than not, which
Yeah.
is super exciting.
I love a good mute as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
if
Corinne
you-
loves the mute. I block.
I'm horny for mute.
I restrict, I mute, no one knows.
yeah.
No one knows.
Can't give them the
It's-
satisfaction of a block.
No, I know. Because then if you block and they find out, you'll never hear.
Have you
the
ever
end of
blocked
it.
somebody and they're like, Justin, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you? What's the point of the? Didn't you know I just blocked you? Why?
Yeah.
Why you calling me?
But also, like, why are you crazy? Why are you looking?
Yeah.
Why are you looking if I block?
That's weird.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Or I also love it when people find out that me and somebody else have blocked each other. They're just like, did you guys like? It'll show up on
my
whatever that.
God.
They'll
Who,
just
who
be-
knows somebody? Like, how do they know?
Because people know shit. They have the time.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole subgenre
Yeah.
of celebrity fandom.
Sleuthing.
Is this person unfollowed this
stop
person or
right.
this person
They're like,
blocked
so and
this
so
person?
blocked so and so, and you're like, okay.
Well, I do have a theory that they like anytime someone reveals to me that they have one of those apps that show who unfollows them, I get
That's insane.
I get actually scared of that person and I treat them differently.
Who would do that?
A lot of our colleagues, Krystyna.
Are you serious?
My Celsius almost came out of my
Ew.
nose. Yeah.
You're obsessed with the wrong
There-
thing, my guy.
To me, there is no bigger, it's such a reveal about their personality.
True.
I tread more lightly around that person.
Yeah.
because I know
Yes.
that I'm in a territory where someone could really lose it at any moment.
And the fact that they just mentioned that,
Like,
and
it's a
no
normal
shame,
thing.
is crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
absolutely nuts.
But also, Instagram does, and they still does this. It unfollows people
It does.
on your behalf,
It
and I'm
does.
like, what the
What?
fuck?
They want to keep it spicy.
It's been doing this
Oh.
to me for 3 years.
Yes,
like,
me too.
People that I love and I'm close
Yeah,
with, they're
me
like,
too.
no one ever gets mad because they know, because it's so dumb. Like, we're not even, there's no fight. There's no what?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, but it's so like, it's like the walk of shame now is like following back a person that Instagram unfollowed on your behalf that you're like, oh, sorry.
I have done that.
It's
I
a
have done that.
bullshit.
Yeah. I get that.
They're stirring the pot.
For
I'm
sure.
still waiting for them to come back with that feature where you could tell every photo that a profile has liked. There's gonna be a lot of breakups.
I actually can't believe that they
There's gonna be a
undid
lot
that.
of
There must have
breakups.
someone at
The
corporate
owners, yes.
must have gotten in trouble through that.
The CEOs is all like in titty pics, and they
Yeah.
didn't want that fucking feature anymore.
man.
I think that's what happened.
My suggested reels is just porn.
Really?
At this point.
Mine
Yeah.
aren't.
Oh, let's pull it up, shall
Mine
we?
are like women, like
Porn?
hot model women.
My
I'm like,
dog's getting rescued who has
wish it
was
something
that.
really bad going on
Everyone-
physically.
every once in a while I'll get like a Dachshund, but it's mostly titties, and I'm like, I'm not a guy.
That's so funny.
Whoa! Oh my god!
That's
Jesus,
hot,
that
though.
top right.
It's a lot
What
of
the
hot
fuck?
guys.
I do have an album on my Instagram called Guys I'd Fuck, and I add people regularly. It's mostly like Riz Ahmed, that actor. He's so
Isn't
hot.
that? I'm like,
That's wow.
I am a
Instagram did not
Christian woman.
But wait, that's great. I want my algorithm to be that.
That's
but
all it
But I
is.
like stuff like I search for hot guys on Instagram. Like I said, I have that guys I'd fuck. It's not many, but the ones that are, I look at them.
But I love a good link tree. Ooh, that's when
Link tree.
That's when you get to know somebody.
What do you look for in a link tree?
Porn.
Oh,
Maybe
what?
that's why I have the reels. Maybe that's why I suggested because I'm always like, why are you here? And then I'll be like, oh, a link tree.
Oh, like
Yeah.
they're a porn
and,
actor?
and then I'm like, oh, they're on Twitter.
Yeah, you got to find
And then you're
it.
like, oh,
right.
Oh, they suck dick on
touche.
camera.
I feel like a little porn detective. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
That's
I'm on to
cute.
you.
Yeah.
And then just, then.
Well, that is a
riddled
fun
with
game.
It is
this
fun.
person just really hot, or are they actually promoting and selling sex actively? That is a fun game to play.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
fun.
the fine line.
It's the good link tree. Like,
Yeah.
what do you have? Or like people who have like an Amazon wish list.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm supposed to buy stuff for you?
I know. I'm
Some
confident, but one day I do aim to be the level of confident where I can put up an Amazon wish list. That's I think that's peak confidence.
Peak confidence.
Yeah, I
Is it
haven't,
peak
I,
con- I
I
guess
haven't gotten
so.
to that level. I feel
A
very
lot of hot chicks do that, right?
uncomfortable
Oh, yeah.
asking
Guys do
people
too.
to give me like money.
But like,
Or
what would
stuff.
what would you want on your Amazon
Well,
wish list?
I mean, all the,
just
you know
anything.
what?
I would have
It would
toilet
be-
paper. I would have like
s-
necessities.
No,
to
I would
save
have
money.
dumb shit.
Under eye
I'm like-
patches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have dumb shit that I'm like, if I buy this for myself, it's irresponsible. But if someone else buys it for me,
Yeah.
I'm like the fart silly putty,
Yeah.
fucking sound machines, like sound effect machines,
Gadgets,
fog machines,
tchotchkes. Ooh, a fog
various
machine.
types of lights, like battery operated lights, so you like totally transform your space.
I'd have
lava
like a
lamp.
lot of
Lava
white
lamp.
socks. I want to just have
Yeah.
many socks that they're always like the whitest white they can
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
It's like
you
stuff
should
that-
do an Amazon wish list.
Like,
I
I
can't.
know, maybe-
Wait,
I can't.
what if we all three did it?
I can't. I don't think it's responsible.
Well, hold on.
But if the guy,
can't.
the person buying you something wants to, it makes them happy too.
yeah, if they're like, hey, like what you give me, what this podcast gives
Yeah.
me regularly, I want to give something back. Like I want to try Skims men's underwear.
They
But
make it for men.
I didn't know that.
every guy I've had, well, not every guy. I've had maybe like 3 guys in LA being like, I wear Skims underwear, and I'm like, I need new underwear.
LA 's
Not that
so
I'm like I have a
special.
shortage of underwear.
Yeah.
Right.
but
you want
I'm
to
all-
try something new?
I want to try something new, and I've had people like recommend. They're like, they feel great, like they're,
Does it-
they're breathable.
But
it
does
ma-
it suck you in
does
like
it-
Spanx style? Or
Yeah.
is it
I
just
have no
the
idea.
Skims is like
shapewear?
slim. It's shapewear. Yeah,
But they have regular. They have regular.
They have
stuff
just
too.
regular
Oh, okay.
underwear.
Yeah.
But I don't want to buy Skims underwear.
right. So Amazon wish list. Well, can you buy Skims off Amazon?
I don't know. But if
think
somebody
you can.
wants to order me a 3-pack
Justin
of
Martindale on Instagram, guys.
because I don't personally, I'm like, like they need any more money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
also just, ugh.
But also, my theory too is there's a lot of people with a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they sometimes they're like, I just want to buy something for somebody, just cause. Mm-hmm. Maybe I want Corinne to have the whitest white socks.
I know, but I can order. Yeah, I can't get there. I look.
Man, I
really-
can. What
I
does that
look
say
at
about me?
I look at people's Amazon wish lists and I go, one day.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
One
like,
day.
there are some comics that have Amazon wish lists, but there are also the comics that have OnlyFans. So I'm like, okay, I get that. Because a comic, just like comics have Amazon wish lists? Like, does Theo Vaughn have an Amazon
No,
wish
to
list?
me,
I mean,
like,
that motherfucker's rich.
To me,
Yeah.
Amazon wish list and sex work are very close.
Hand in hand. Yeah, yeah.
They're working close.
Like, buy this for me, daddy.
Yeah.
I need a paper lantern.
Yeah, and also like I also energy wise, I can't have
I
things
see.
from like men in my home.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I don't even use tarot decks that men created.
Wow.
I didn't even know they created tarot
Wow.
decks. No offense.
You don't want like a possessed doll just showing up on your doorstep. Yeah. You're like, oh, thanks. It's for the studio.
Are you woo-woo?
That's Annabelle. What? Am I woo-woo?
Yeah.
Like, what is
Tarot
like
crystals,
spiritual,
astrology.
talking to ghosts. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not like LA woo-woo.
Oh, sorry. So
Like-
you just live in LA and it's
Well-
there and you can't help but like notice it.
Well, I feel like in LA, someone like a stranger will just come up to you and be like, I'm a witch. And you're like,
Yeah.
you're just day drunk in a bush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's-
And you just have finger tattoos.
Exactly.
Stop it.
So in like LA, they'll let you know, like, you know, we have like a House of Intuition store where they sell rocks and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
I've
like, I'm
probably
not-
been to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
me
I mean, I'm definitely like, I
Okay.
pick up stuff. Like I
Yeah.
can be like, ooh, there's something in this room or something like that. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you don't seek it out. It
One of my
doesn't give
dear
anything to you.
friends, she's just like, all right, you guys, get ready. Harvest moon tonight. And you're like, all right, cool. Get your moon water ready. And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
all
What is
right.
moon water again?
Water that's sat out in the moon.
Yeah, water that's set out
all
in the moon.
water?
Charged.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
charge-
you would
charging
actually
your
put it in the
water.
windowsill and charge it.
Yeah.
Like you would a
I do
crystal.
that. I do
It's
that
like
with
an
my crystals.
iPhone for water.
Yeah,
You just sit it outside and charge it, you know?
absolutely.
So you have a fiance.
I do, yeah.
How long have you and your partner been together? How'd you meet?
Oh, man, we met in real life, which is shocking.
I love that.
Sexy.
Love that.
Sexy
So
and
hot.
hot. Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, we just met at a bar in West Hollywood, which is like, what? And he was actually on another date.
Okay, so I know a couple that got married because of that as well.
Oh.
Interesting.
Because they were on another date?
Yeah.
And it's weird.
He was on another date.
He was on another date. I was actually at the Comedy Store, and I it's so funny. We were just talking woo-woo.
Oh.
I know. We were, my friend who's an astrologer, a celebrity astrologer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kyle Astrologer. He
That's his actual legal last name.
Well, he does like astrology for like Cosmo and all these
Yeah.
other
Cool.
magazines. He's actually, I mean,
Astrologers are legit.
he will let you
dude.
know. Like I found out that I was an Aries. The whole time I thought I was a Pisces. No,
How did you think you were the wrong sign?
because I was born on March 20th, and
Yeah,
that's the last day of
I'm
Pisces.
February 19th,
See?
but sometimes they say that's Aquarius. But
Yeah, Aquarius Pisces.
Yeah.
And I have a fucking tattoo that's Pisces Aries. I know. And then he's like, let me do your birth chart. No, bitch, you're 6 minutes into Aries. And I'm like, no. So now I just have like Madonna's Immaculate Collection on my chest. But
So funny.
So he was like, you're going to meet somebody in the fall. Because I had a friend of mine who was an ex. We were off and on. He passed away in 2021.
Oh my God.
And I was kind of like, all right, well, you know, and then
That's over.
COVID, yeah, I know. I was like, I don't want to go out and meet people. Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And he was like, just come out, you know, because in LA we have like, I've lived here for 10 years, so we're going to celebrate. And you're like, okay, cool. We wish you left like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I had 2 spots at the store, and then it was like 11:30. And I just randomly hit him up and was like, are you guys still out? And he's like, yeah, come meet us. And I was like, all right. And I got there and I'm looking at all the guys there and I was just like, ugh, just cookie cutters.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I like looked over and there's Evan and he's just like this like puppy dog and he's looking up and he's like, how's the weather up there? That's what he said. How's the weather up there? And I was like,
That's a very
Who-
cute opener.
That's
Yeah.
very cute.
and he had big old eyes and big eyelashes and was just like, you know, and I went, okay. And we kind of like hung out and like exchanged looks the entire night. We did not exchange numbers. So then a couple days go by and I think it's the weekend. And then I was like, all right, let's get on these dating apps, whatever. And I see him and he has a new haircut. He's got his, you know, his clothes have changed. I think he's had like his shirt off in one. And I'm like, wait a minute. And so I hit him up and I'm like, were you the guy that I met at High Tops the other night? And he goes, I thought you looked familiar. And I'm like, oh. And then we went and had coffee. And then, and then that's it. We've just been.
You knew right away?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
that's cool.
And it's just so funny because that's just how it happened.
Yeah, a lot of times, like relationships do be running smooth like that. Like that is a possibility for people that you don't realize, and then you hear about it, and you're like, "Oh wow, it just happened."
Yeah, and I mean now you know we're planning on a wedding, which is like
So exciting.
and we picked a date, and now I'm like, oh shit, should we change the date?
Ask your astrologer.
I should.
They'll
Wait,
know.
why do you want to change the date?
Because it's the day after Wicked 2 comes out. No one's coming.
Justin.
I know.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard, and I've heard a lot of gay things.
No one's coming. Everyone's going to be at the
Are you
premiere.
serious?
No.
Okay, I'm like, that's.
But I told him, I go, I swear to God, if we have our first dance and it's like, because I knew you, I'm going to jump out of a window and go, out the window. I will say this though, we love each other so much, and he gives me shit and I give him shit, and I had to give him shit this morning because we walked down to a Starbucks and we're paying, and it was like a fancy Starbucks. It was nice.
Oh, Reserve? Starbucks Reserve?
It wasn't a Reserve, but they have maybe, I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know. But it was like working on, and it puts your name on like a thing.
Yeah, that's they all have that.
They do that at McDonald's as
They
well.
do? Oh.
Yeah. Maybe it's a New York
You guys
thing.
are so like up to date.
I was like, I don't want to burst your bubble, but McDonald's also does that.
It had like, like a stop, like I don't know, flaps.
Like here's the orders that are ready. Here's what we're working on. These are the orders.
It looked like Hogwarts at Universal Studios. I was like, And then so I'm ordering the coffees, and they're like, oh, how do you want to pay? And I'm like, oh, Starbucks card. And I pull up my Starbucks card on my app, and it was just like $0. And I was like, oh, it's okay. I'll just pay with a card. And Evan's just like, oh, you don't have money on your Starbucks card? And I'm like, can you shush?
You poor fuck.
I know. I was like, shush. And he's very loud. So I'm just like, can you just shut up? I'm like, everyone thinks I'm a peasant here in the Starbucks.
This is the fancy one with the computer screen on it.
One. There's a Pomeranian inside.
You got to go to the one in right by Chelsea Market. Is a Starbucks Reserve. You know right away. It is like a New York nightclub, but a Starbucks. Like it's sunken in, so you take steps down, and there's lounges and there's waiters.
What?
I was gonna say, the waiters I could get into.
Waiters are wild, and they have different menu.
Do they have espresso martinis?
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
I'm sure they do. And it's like,
wait, they have alcohol?
I think so. They have their menu's super expanded. It looks like a really fancy hotel lounge.
What?
Like the whole thing is like that. It's very fancy.
Weird.
Very fancy. Yeah. I was trying to get when we were doing petitioning for your mayoral run, I went into that Starbucks Reserve. Everyone was a Republican.
Oh yeah, you ran for mayor.
Yeah, I did.
That though.
Yeah.
I'm not mayor.
Okay.
I'm not mayor. Well, no, there was a whole big thing. I conceded last week because the Board of Elections. They really do everything they can do to get you to not get ballot access, especially if you're trying to get on the actual Democratic, ballot.
A lot of gatekeeping,
it's easier to get
on
the ballot as an independent, because they just know that you have absolutely no chance of doing anything.
Well, this is giving Met Gala.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Thank
look
you.
at this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did channel dandyism.
No, but she totally stepped into the mayoral role seamlessly. I'm like, fuck yeah. And of course, this corrupt fucking system.
Oh, of course.
Sucks.
God.
Who proposed to who? And in a gay couple, how do you pick?
You know what's really funny? I was proposed to.
Ooh,
because
nice.
I told him, I was like, look, I've never been engaged. She's been engaged before.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. And he actually...
But never married.
Never married. And he broke off the engagement and moved to LA and was only out there for 2 weeks.
And met you?
And met me.
He needed to find you.
Oh, my God.
Because I knew you. And then I told him, I was like, look, if we ever do get engaged, I just want you to know I'm not proposing to you.
Yeah, drop those hints early, man.
Yeah. And he was like, why? And I'm like, because you've been engaged and I have not. I don't know what it's like.
Yeah. Fair.
And he was like, okay,
fair.
Game on. And that was also if you want to continue with this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just so you know, yeah.
Just so you know. And so we went to Hawaii last September, and we were there for 6 days and had the best time. It was such a beautiful, beautiful trip. And there was this one beach in... God, where was it?
Was it a black sand beach? I feel like I remember seeing your photos.
Oh, I wish. No, this one was, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name of it? It's in Oahu, where the pipeline is. It's, I can't remember.
Pipeline.
Oh, why am I forgetting the name of it? But anyways, it was beautiful. It was white sand. It was snow. You'd step in it, go up to your knee.
Wow.
And I was like, God, this would be a great place to propose to someone. Not
right.
wink, wink.
Oh, you said that out loud?
I said that out loud. I was like, this is beautiful. There was no one on the beach. It was crazy. And it's funny because then he was like, that was the one day he goes, I had the ring with me the entire trip.
Except that
Except for that moment.
Because how smooth would that have
would have been. I was like, oh. But then he was nervous. Like we went to a luau. We went to like, there were so many other places we went and he was just like, I'm not going to get up in front of a bunch of like people visiting from Oklahoma to be like, my gay lover and I would like to express, because I mean, they would bring people up. They're like, oh, how long have you guys been married? And they're like, we've been married, I don't know, how long?
feels like a lifetime.
34 years, you know, and it's like, oh God. So it was the day we were leaving and we're packing up and he's like, hey, come outside, you know, look at the turtles. Because we were on like the 28th floor of our hotel and we looked at the ocean, which was gorgeous, and you would look down and there was no beach. It was like its own beach, but then if you look down further, that's where the hotels kind of had beaches, and but we were like right on the edge of the beach. So you would look down and there'd be the water, and you would see like sea turtles like swimming by, and I was like, you know, turtles, where? And I go outside and I'm like, there's no turtles, and he's on one knee and I'm like, what? And he goes, la, will you marry me? And so I was like, yeah, and that was it. But then I was like, well, now I want to propose. So then I was like, I'm going to do it because I've never proposed to somebody.
And that's a surprise.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect.
And so he had no idea. And over Christmas, my family and I went to my sister-in-law's farm in like Mississippi. Ooh. And my family, and we were all outside by the pond. And we all took a family picture and they all backed away. And
they knew. That's
and he
cute.
left and I turned around and
Oh, that's so cute.
So it's sweet. Yeah, we're very happy.
And what's wedding planning like? I love asking this to people that are engaged. Like, how involved are each of you? How much do you give a shit? What are your priorities?
Is there a theme?
Yeah. Oh,
is there a theme? So no, I mean we're getting married at this
Met Gala?
I know, right? Just gay. It's just it's going to be small. It's going to be at this place in LA. That the food and beverage director of Chateau Marmont bought.
Okay, heard of it.
It's beautiful, and it looks like a little mini Chateau Marmont. It's in downtown, and it's like inside, outside, Spanish, old, like 1926, and we're just kind of going for like, you know, like dark jewel tones, maybe like some rose gold,
ruby red.
That's cool.
Like eucalyptus and gardenias and just gentlemen. We're both from the South, so we kind of want it to be a little Southern.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And then just like have our family and friends there. So
that's cool.
Yeah, maybe a stripper. We don't know yet.
Your wedding, that'd be epic. I've never seen a wedding with a stripper.
Maybe a stripper,
so,
right? Like at the after party, like have like a go-go boy or something. You know?
Yeah.
Just like I want, you know, I definitely want the straights. I'm like, how good of an ally are you?
Yes.
Right.
Do you support us?
Yeah. You can have like the box levels type of performance where a guy like takes a drink of whiskey from his asshole. That's like late after.
My mom would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom would definitely do that. She's like, no.
I was going to say,
really?
why a mom? Cool.
She's very progressive. But I also feel like we have friends who would be the said go-go dancers. So we're like, if so-and-so wants to get up there and dance, just let them.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what's good is that we have a lot of friends who are like, oh, I'm a singer, I'm a DJ, I'm a, you know, I've got... I own a floral business, and I'm like, okay, come. So that's good, at least.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a lot of comics there?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot, and also it is interesting because I have asked some of my friends to come, and I'm like, oh, you know, I've got like a save the date, you know, and they're like, well, and it's classic LA. I'm like, you know, the wedding is in November, and I'm like, would you be in town? Would you help out? You know, do you? And I don't know where I'm going to be.
Wow.
And I'm like,
that is LA. That's not.
Well,
New York.
can you save the date?
Yeah, put it in the calendar. It's a point.
I know, but like,
Ew.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who
names.
I know. Should I?
No, it's fine.
I'm like, oh, just played Coachella.
Oh,
Okay, not too shabby.
okay.
And I reached out to this person and was like, hey, I think it would be kind of awesome because A, we're friends, and B, do you think that you would be able to DJ like my reception for like 2 hours as a friend? 2 hours?
Whoa.
It would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I would love for you to be there. Everyone would get the biggest kick out of you being there. And it would mean a lot to me. And the person wrote back, I've never done a wedding, so I'm going to decline.
Wow.
And I was like, oh.
That's such an LA
You
response.
just did Coachella, like a wedding.
This is easier.
Like a small wedding.
This is like an easy.
You literally show up. It's literally an open mic.
Wax on, wax
you
off.
Just show up. You just go. Bloop. You could fucking press a button. All I care.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of asking like a famous comedian, that you know well, to okay, can you officiate my wedding, or can you like that's great, like 'cause that's something for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they're going to come up
I
with.
interpreted it as like the wedding was below him. Like he doesn't do weddings.
Oh no! It was like I've never done a wedding, so I'm gonna decline. Like I don't know how it would go. I don't like.
Okay.
I'm like, you literally just show up for 2 hours for your friend and on their.
You do what you normally do, but like way less.
Yeah, on their like most special day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the one they remember forever.
Yeah. So
you
it's
gonna have live band?
no.
Okay.
No. But
That's
there is actually I have a piano player. So there's a baby grand when you like walk in, and so I have a friend playing piano, the pianist at the Comedy Store. So
nice.
Oh,
that's
perfect.
fun.
Yeah, so she'll
That's
be
cool.
playing some piano, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I love immersive theater, and I feel like if I ever got engaged and had a wedding, I would really go hard on. Like I'm planning a birthday party for somebody, and I am
In it?
I am in it.
What is it?
Let's have
Go.
fun.
Like how?
Lawrence of Arabia theme.
Work.
Palm readers.
Oh.
I want to have like belly dancers.
Yes. So Moroccan, like a Moroccan.
Yeah, Moroccan. I'm gonna have a cigar roller. I'm gonna have. We'll have to put this episode out after
I was
the
gonna
party
say,
happens.
I was like, Krystyna.
we got
It's
we
a
got backlog. We got
surprise.
backlog. We got backlog.
What is? That's why this is crazy that she's saying this.
Well, yeah, it's happening in a couple weeks, so we'll just
subscribe to the Patreon to find out.
But like, I love planning. Like, I'm like, oh man, I can't imagine how carried away I would get with a wedding, because like I would want the experience to be good for the guest.
Yeah,
like I would want to kind of ignite their creativity in it, and like find out, see if I could curate ways for people to interact with each other that maybe is a little different. You know, like that's not average for a wedding. Like the weddings that are good, like really stick out as a core memory. Like the ones. Have you ever been to like a really good wedding?
Oh, my brother's.
Oh,
my
nice.
brother's wedding. And this is what's so funny. My brother, he's in the Air Force, and him and his wife just had their second baby, and like congrats, like Mother's Day, yay! But like we were
Cool.
they had their wedding, and my other brother, he was not married at the time, and this was like maybe 8 years ago, and they had the most awesome wedding, to the point where my younger brother and myself were just kind of like, fucking Aaron. Like how are we supposed to top this? He had beer donkeys at his wedding.
What's that?
a beer donkey?
It's a donkey that walks around with beer in its satchel. Like, what? So we're like, I know. And it was in Texas, so it made sense.
That's amazing.
So there's just like donkeys walking around with like satchels
God.
filled with ice with beers in
I would
them.
hug the donkey the whole wedding. That'd be
So not only are you getting like emotional support like from a little donkey, but you're like, I'll take this Negro Modelo. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, it was great. It was
That's
so
a great
good.
idea.
Yeah.
Wait, what else was there? That's so innovative.
I mean, just buffet and cakes and like
Nice.
it was
Love a
just
buffet.
it was so like, but it was like the. You know, the
the
cater, the
hot-
silver,
yeah.
we lift it up, and it was just, there was like a brisket cutting, like, so
Cool.
it was just spectacular. But I'm the same way. Like, I love, for me at least, I'm like, I like spooky and. Oh, this sounds so lame. Like I was like, if there's taxidermy, sure.
Oh, that sounds like
You're
my
speaking
kind
her
of
language.
Yeah,
You're
like-
I
speaking
would
her
have
language.
a macabre wedding.
Yes,
for sure.
yes. Like I
Yeah.
love like a good owl.
Yeah.
Like just a random
Yeah,
owl or
Pheasant.
I like this a
like
lot.
I love like, you know, like a magnolia, very like haunted mansion-esque.
Yes.
Like from the South. Like you mentioned fog. Like
Yeah.
if I could come out with a rolling fog.
Dude.
You can.
You can. That's so
Get a
easy. You
fog
get a fog machine
machine.
off Amazon, dude.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
I
You
gonna put it on my Amazon wish list.
Yes, get a fog machine.
Full circle,
Fog machines are
full
awesome.
circle.
I had one for a long time.
you?
It gets clogged though. You got to clean it out good.
Yeah, you do have to clean it out good, but they're very effective and they're not that expensive.
Yeah, they're really cool.
And you can get colored lights so that you're walking into this like
Like a
blue fog,
thick
whatever
fog.
whatever color you want the fog, ruby red fog, whatever.
Ooh, yeah. Like, but would it be bad if like they're like, okay, the wedding's about to start, and you just hear.
I'd be
I
like,
like that.
oh, let's go. I'd be like, oh, is that kind of wedding? What is
Da-na-na-na.
up?
Yeah,
Keep
or
me
like
on my
it's like the violinist is playing Paparazzi by Gaga.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, okay.
That's
but
wait,
good.
Justin.
That's a great idea.
Justin.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
These are very good ideas.
Thank
That's
you.
a beautiful idea.
we will be having like pop hits.
Yes.
Like
Instrumental.
orchestrated.
Pop hits
Yeah.
played
On strings.
on string instruments is my favorite.
It's my favorite. Like Vitamin String Quartet.
Yes.
Give it to me. Bridgerton soundtrack.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Anytime I have a massage where you can pick your own music, I'm always like pop hits on strings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have
that's
a
a good
favorite?
idea.
Because I think we're playing around with songs, but I think ours is gonna be like Love at First Sight by Kylie Minogue. Because we just saw Kylie
that's
Minogue in
nice.
LA.
Oh, nice.
Classic.
She's amazing.
So good. Have y'all seen, is Beyonce here yet or no?
No, she's not here yet. She's coming.
Yeah,
I
are you
think
gonna
at the
go
end of
see
the
it?
summer. Yeah. I've seen all of her tours.
Yeah, I've never seen her.
She's it's a life changing.
I'm sure, yeah. She worked out all the kinks in LA. There was a whole bunch of
I heard.
Lots of robot malfunctions.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
isn't her daughter like sick of performing with her? the
No,
night
Blue
before?
isn't.
But wait,
Rumi was
It's Rumi because I was like, I
Rumi's
didn't
the
even-
younger daughter, one of the twins.
So Rumi, I just read about yesterday. First of all, did not know she existed.
Yes, she's kept out of the spotlight.
Okay.
And the
Rumi
son, she's a twin, yeah.
Sir, yeah.
But it's a fine. I follow it because on Mrs. Dow Jones talks about like why Beyonce has all her kids as part of her tour. It's to set them up financially for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And
What do you mean
tax breaks
set
and
them
stuff.
up? They are set up.
Oh, they are.
But even it's like crazy. It's crazier
Yeah.
because she's salarying them as employees.
Yeah, man.
It's really smart.
As she says in one of her songs, my great great grandchildren already rich.
right.
That's a lot of brown turning
She's
on your Forbes
creating
list.
generational wealth.
Yeah,
which is
And also
extremely
Blue.
important.
So Blue very famously was on her last tour, did an okay job. She was 10. Relax.
People are so mean to her.
People are cunts. She was so great. She was great. She's fucking 10. Yeah, the Sia girl was also that young, but she had like
Maddie.
Maddie Ziegler is amazing. Her improvement in dancing has night and day
Yeah.
from this tour. Like those videos from the LA Cowboy Carter tour, I'm like, girl,
She's in like
you killed it.
I think she's in like 20 something
numbers.
numbers.
That
Yeah,
makes
I think there's like
sense.
40 something numbers and
Wow, so she's in half the show.
yeah.
It's amazing.
And,
as Beyonce tours more, she's a part of the actual tour show less and less. She's tired. Like meaning like
Blue
there's a lot of
is?
breaks. There's a
Yeah.
lot of breaks. There's
Yeah.
like Renaissance tour had this oh my god, amazing dance break when everyone was voguing and it was incredible.
It must be hard because it's like she's 13 now, and that's such a like pivotal time in a young girl's life. Like
Yeah.
like that. What is it like 6th, 7th grade?
Yeah.
and all of her friends are doing stuff. They're about to go on like summer vacation, and it's just
She's like, I'm on tour with my mom.
and it's weird. I'm on tour with my mom.
Beyonce.
Right?
What?
Like,
And
what
I'm
is
being
that
bullied
like?
on the internet.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Did you see the
pretty-
documentary? Her tour Beyonce's documentary?
No, I do need to watch that though.
It's very good.
Yeah.
She explains in that documentary that Blue had her first couple shows on the Renaissance tour. There was video surfacing, and one of her friends that Blue went to school with pointed out, like, did you see that negative comment? Like, showed Blue, because she's not really on social media.
No, she's not allowed.
So she was the one who showed her Blue all of these negative comments, and
That's
she
not
got
good.
really hurt. And Beyonce in the documentary was fucking pissed. I'm
Of
like,
course.
I would hate to be the girl that told Blue Ivy about the mean comments and have her mad at me. But
Wait, I can find out who it is.
oh my god, really? You have the superpower? You and Corinne are very similar. You can like find things out that I'm
I
like,
told her it was
how?
woo-woo.
How? But Blue that made Blue want to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And Beyonce was like, hey, this is the limelight, baby. Like, it's not fun, it's not kind, it's not gentle. But if you want to take that, I'm pissed that you saw that, but if you want to take that and get better, you can. But I get it. But if you want to be on this tour, you got to work your ass off. Like, she was pretty hard on her in terms of like, this ain't easy. And then she's fucking crushing it.
But
Blue's crushing
it is interesting because I feel like that's what Beyonce's dad did to her.
Sure.
Because he would make her run like around the track singing full voice to get her breath.
She would be on the treadmill.
Yeah.
On the treadmill singing.
And like, I feel like I do think that there is some sort of setup for Blue. I mean, my God, Blue was in a Black Mirror episode, for God's sakes. Do you remember that?
Was?
Yes, there was like, it was either like
I don't remember that.
It was like last season or something where it's a brilliant episode. I can't remember.
Amazing.
No. I'm lying. It's not a Black Mirror episode. It was a HBO Max show about the future, and I can't remember. But
Same thing.
It was something, but it was like futuristic Virginia. Well, do you know what I'm talking about? No. No, it wasn't Westwood. It was like, God... what's his name was in it? This is going to bug the shit out of me. It was a fantastic show. But there was an episode that was centered around, it was kind of like Virginia Woolf.
Okay, love that.
But it was in the future.
Cool.
It was fantastic. Like Juliet.
Life is but a dream. Oh, wait, no.
Juliet Binoche was in it.
Oh, reactive manager? Beyonce's talking.
Oh my God, I'll find out. I'll
Yeah, I
find
don't
out.
know.
I'm just blanking.
I had no idea.
But anyways, in the show, it's the future, and he was like, "Oh, she, so and so wanted to get those Blue Ivy tickets," and I was like, "Oh, that's totally gonna happen one day."
Yeah, it is. It is because the way that she has stepped up to the plate and like improved her dancing it's incredible. It's incredible.
I'm gonna find it. Everyone just banter real quick.
My favorite Blue Ivy. My boyfriend and I talk about like I want to channel like all the energy I want to channel every year. Like it usually has to relate to Beyonce just because she's my favorite person. But the Blue Ivy clip where she's at the award show, she's maybe like 5 or 6, and Beyonce is on one side of her and Jay-Z's on the other, and she goes like this, like they're trying to talk to Blue.
Oh,
Blue,
yeah.
like shushes them with her hand movements.
She's the
Doesn't
manager.
even say anything, and I'm like, damn, girl,
she is the
You're
manager.
special.
And she like she'll tap someone. Like Beyonce won what was it, Best Country Album?
Yes.
And Blue was like, "Get up there."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah. What's wrong with you, Mom?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Sorry, honey. Sorry."
Yeah.
Could you
so cute.
imagine?
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't.
I want to know what goes on in that house. Let's
Me
see.
too. I do, but I don't, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I respect her so much that I'm like, whatever you want to share with us is great. I respect that.
I cannot.
I won't forget it because she's my favorite person, so I'll look it up later for sure. God,
it's so
somewhere.
good.
It's somewhere. This has been really fun.
Is it over? Is this it?
It is it. For now.
Okay.
Is there anything you wanted to touch on that we didn't get to talk about?
I don't know. I feel like
I'm excited for your wedding.
Here's the thing. Thank you. I am too. Do you think, and this has been so fun. I'm so glad I got to see both of you guys while I'm here. This is, and my listeners on my podcast love the two of you. So next time you all come back,
thanks.
please come back on.
Yeah, your podcast is amazing.
What do we think that the orbit space mission was fake?
No. But, oh my God, if it was, that would be
It
amazing.
seemed quick.
Well, I mean, it was 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
I didn't know that
How
part.
far up are you even going?
Higher than a plane, like an F.
To me,
Ford F-150.
to me, that's what seems like. I go, it's only 10 minutes. Like, are we even?
Did they go to space?
Like, when do we start considering it space? Was my question.
Right, because Navy pilots sometimes have these really high powered planes that can fly to where their face mask comes off, like the gravity is.
Oh, the G-force?
Yeah, the G. Yeah.
No thanks.
Because I also thought, just like from the way we value celebrities more than regular people, it seemed not smart to send that many celebrities, and like it wasn't our best of the best, but there was some good ones on there.
That one girl that wanted to go to space but was sexually assaulted in school and then didn't go to space, and then the Asian girl, her story's incredible. She was slated to be an astronaut. She wanted to be an astronaut her whole life, and she was going to school. I forget what the degree was she was getting, and then she was sexually assaulted, and that just totally derailed her and like traumatized her and all of this shit. So she like pulled back from her schooling and then ended up on this fucking flight. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's who I want going.
Well, I follow a lot of like actual female astronauts.
Right.
There's like, there's her, there's Kelly, Girardi, or something like that. But yeah.
But then think about it. You went through all that, right?
Yeah.
And then here's your moment. And then you have Katy Perry fucking singing.
Look at the flower.
Like, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? And you're like, can you just I've been through so much.
Yeah.
So much, Katie.
G-force.
I still really want to see Katy Perry live in concert. She's one of the pop queens that I haven't seen. That being said, I feel like she's really on people's bad side.
Yeah.
I think she's
That
also
moment
revealed,
ruined her for me.
I think even before the space thing, she has revealed to us to be more Republican than we all originally assessed, and people don't like
That is what it is, though. That is what it is, though.
So now
Is she mad Republican? Is she like,
she also started like supporting publicly some lower level political candidates where everyone started asking questions about where her her
where's
beliefs
this coming
lie.
from? Yeah, right. Important.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I also think, that a lot of people think that only country music stars are Republican and the rest of Hollywood is liberal, and that's also not true.
That's also not true. Yeah.
You are a fan of a Republican whether you know it or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got American Idol on right now, and Carrie Underwood sang at the inauguration. And, and you're just
is she Republican? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because some of the artists that sang there was like, I want the honor of singing at a presidential inauguration, which I do understand.
Yeah.
That one doesn't count.
That's your free
though.
choice.
That one doesn't count.
I know,
it just
I
like
know.
doesn't. Like even if you wanted like one, I'm sorry, like that one's like a
paid for by Bezos.
It's just not a real. It's just not the same.
I know.
Yeah.
I felt like it had. I'm glad it went well, and this is just like dark for me. But like, had that exploded, I would have been like, oh no. Okay, let's go get. You know what I mean?
Like Kristen McCall.
Yeah. Like if it's like Katy Perry and all them were just like, I'd be
That
like,
would've been
wow,
wild.
there was that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Pizza, Pray, Love.
Well, that would have been like that flight would have really dented pop culture a little bit. Just
it would have nicked it. I think
It would have nicked it.
It would have scratched it with a kitten
Yeah,
claw.
but the big conspiracy was that the door was like a piece of foam board. Like when it landed, when the pod
What do
went-
you think?
But
I don't
also
know.
think the moon landing was fake.
Exactly. So is this our new flat Earth? That's what I
no
want
one's
to know.
been on the moon since. That's kind
I
of
know,
weird.
but also I wanted.
Yeah, but it's because we had to invest in other things, and we were like, competing with Russia, and we just realized it wasn't a good financial investment for the country. I mean, like that. I went to space camp, so I've actually read a lot about NASA and space, and because it is my dream. Like the one thing I am on board with is I did hope in my lifetime that space would be accessible for the everyday person via like a public transportation, but I just don't think. With the timeline that I have, most likely that it's going to happen for me.
Real rich.
And I'm pretty bummed.
Oh, there's nothing I would want less.
I would literally.
You don't want to go to space.
Are you?
I really want to go to space badly.
For
I do too.
what?
The experience.
Like to see what?
To see Earth from that far away and go,
Oh.
we're just as insignificant as I thought.
Okay. Now I'm on board.
You know? Look at that little ball.
It sounds terrifying to me.
You're talking about space like it's fucking Iowa.
Yeah. Or torture.
Conspiracy theory is space Iowa.
I mean, I don't.
But you know what I mean? I
I
just feel
don't
like
know
a vacuum, and then I just think of like I feel like Sandra Bullock just like
just wobbling
flipping
around
into
there.
nothingness.
Now that's
and
why I
that-
would have
yeah.
loved to have been. I would have been happy for Sandra Bullock if she went to space.
Yeah, there's a slew of people that it's
Yeah.
like okay, like you guys go, but like space.
Well, I wanted Lance Bass to make it.
I know he's so bitter. He's so bitter.
Why didn't he go?
So
Why didn't he go?
bitter. I don't
It was an
know.
all-female
We
crew.
need to make it happen.
Yeah,
we need to.
He
make
always
it
wanted to go to space, right? Or he was slated.
He
to.
was slated to, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
And then Katy Perry has beaten
He's
him.
probably pissed.
Yeah.
But if I would do Wormhole.
I would love that.
I
But
would
then how can you guarantee you're going to get back out of
Who
the
cares?
wormhole?
But if there's like some like city in space, wherever, like give me that, I'd be like, all right, this is cool. I can get on board with that.
It's a little insulting though, like the first all-female, crew astronaut space, and it didn't even really go into space.
Give them 10 minutes.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
10 minutes.
Because my thing about going to
don't lead
space
with the
is-
all-female crew.
I feel like I would I would have like a panic attack, in the travel.
Sure.
Like those people who got stuck on the space
Oh,
station.
I mean, real astronauts for 9 months?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, my God.
I don't know how they did that.
Came back with her fucking eyelids flat. Like,
Right.
what the hell?
That's
She's like,
too
I
long.
don't have any bone marrow in my legs anymore. And they're like, what? what? And Katy Perry's up there with a daisy, like, unconditionally. Like, oh, get out of here. That woman came back like 80 years older. Like, shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That really rubbed me the wrong way. And I'd be like, no one fucking cares about anybody's opinion of Katy Perry, really. But I really didn't like her after that.
Yeah.
I really don't
Well,
like
and
her
then the
after that.
conversation started just to go towards, does the Botox in your face migrate in zero gravity?
I'd be fucked. Your filler stays put, right? Hey, your filler stays put, right?
Why is it in her
5,
shoulder?
4, 3. Like, your filler stays put, right?
Oh my God.
Her last words.
Your lip filler goes in your eyebrows.
Is she a lizard? I don't know. When you come back, everything's different.
So funny.
That would be terrifying.
Katy Perry's a Picasso.
But it would be fun to like come back and like you're on a different timeline.
Oh, I wish.
That would be fun. Like a positive timeline.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah. Like a better
like that's
one.
what I wonder. The people who were there for 9 months, like, what did they come back and they were like, what?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right. Worse, yeah.
Right.
Like, how much were they updated?
Right. I know. I always think like I think this to myself often when I'm like brushing my teeth in the morning. I'm like, man, if someone has been in a coma for the last 3 years,
good.
boy,
I'm
do
jealous.
I have a story for you. Like, what a wild mind fuck. I think this is the most mind fuckery time to be in a coma.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna be in a coma, now's the time.
I mean, now's the time. Yeah, but how stressful is it going to be when you get all that info that happened while you were in the coma?
But then you
'Cause
don't
we
have
gotta
to know
deal with
about it.
You got to deal with it.
You don't tell them. You just gaslight them forever.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Right? Like they're like, what did I miss? And they're like, really nothing. Everything's
Katy
fine.
Perry like got a little
someone
older.
told me really nothing.
Yeah,
is what
no,
I
I
missed.
mean, yeah, we had lunch, and
Yeah.
that's really it.
Got a dog.
Or like, how long was I out? Like 2 days, and it was like 8 years. Yeah, just lie. If you're in a coma, just lie.
Yeah.
Literally lie there.
What a unique experience
That would be fun.
being in a coma. Sounds fun.
If you're in space, that's what I would want. One of those little tunnels. Just,
Oh yeah, the pods.
yeah, give me a pod. Wake me
Yeah.
up in like 28
When we're at
light
March,
years.
yeah.
I come out just snatched, my fillers in
Yeah.
place.
If they could do like what is that? The freezing? Didn't they freeze Walt Disney?
Oh, the
like
cryo.
The
Cryogenically.
cryogenic.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that? Like later? I guess. Because you want to be frozen cryogenically when you still got
What was
it.
that movie with Sylvester Stallone, Demolition Man? Didn't they
Oh,
do that?
yeah.
Where they freeze
I love
them,
that
and that was a
pinball
great
machine.
movie, sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But like they froze them. I don't know. I don't want to feel that.
Yeah. We'll see.
Just the no, I don't want to do that.
What is your podcast called? Where can we
Yes.
find more of you? Where can we see you live?
You can follow me at Justin Martindale on Instagram. You can listen to my podcast, Just Saying with Justin Martindale. Comes out every week at the. You can watch it on the Comedy Store YouTube page. Listen to it wherever you get your podcasts, and you can catch me. I'll be here this week in New York City, and then the 23rd Memorial Day weekend I'll be with Leslie Jones at the Saboba Casino.
Saboba.
Yeah. So yeah, go check us out, and yeah.
Amazing.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks you for
Justin. This
being
was so
here.
fun.
Enjoy New York. This has been Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We will talk to you next Friday.